The Tuscarora Jail, circa 1880. There's a bunch of numbers on the exhibits over here, and Rosie's thinking that whatever they were in that mailbox right there with the info, and there's nothing in there. So I don't know why these are numbered. I would imagine, like she said, to tell you what it is, like that's a tractor, that's a wheelbarrow, that's your mom's toothbrush. Oh, I'm sorry. I have your mom's toothbrush. Come on. Every good adventure begins with a nice hearty meal, and I haven't been to this location of the Omelet House. We're in Henderson. Looks like this place is as busy as the one on Charleston. Best omelets in Las Vegas, right here. Omelet House. Oh, we got in quick. I was a lot faster at another location. Of course, this place isn't as big. Alex got the chicken fried steak omelet last time I was here, and I've been wanting to try it ever since I saw that. Normally I get the pork chili verde, I think. I can't remember. But the chicken fried steak one is literally an omelet wrapped over chicken fried steak and gravy. If you look at the size of this menu, there is literally over 30 or 40 different kinds of omelets you can get. It is crazy. Smart ass next to me just pointed out, according to the menu, it's 38.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. This place is always busy because the food is so freaking good. Joe ordered zucchini sticks. I don't think I've had them here before. They look super good. And look at the bathtub full of ranch, but look what's underneath this one. Look at that cheese sauce. Oh, these are going to be delicious. I know they are. My God, those are so good. Super light. Weird. Was like air a bit too. Really, really good. There's something in the cheese. Something that gives it a little bit of a seasoning or a different kind of a flavor. The food has arrived. Everybody got the small version of the omelets because the large version is like 6 eggs and these are 3 eggs. And still look at the size of this thing versus my hand. That's the carnitas omelet. And look at the homemade chips that come out. They're so good. What'd you get?
I got the ham, Swiss, and mushroom.
Ham, Swiss, and mushroom. And what'd you get?
I got like ham, bacon, cheddar, Swiss, and added jalapenos.
Jalapenos. Look at those fresh green jalapenos. I bet those are going to be nice and spicy. So Joe basically made his own. He picked one and added to it. And then they have the best banana bread here. And you get this as part of your order. Look how fluffy and steamy. Yeah, seriously, look how fluffy those eggs are. The steam coming off this. The chunks of carnitas. I'm glad I stuck with my original order. That was so good. This is a perfectly acceptable reason to come here just for this. Their banana nut bread is so warm and delicious with melted butter all over it. Really good. It's real good. 3 omelets, some bread, zucchini sticks, a couple orange juices, $70.17. But that's really not why we came out to film a video today. Today's adventure brings us to the Clark County Museum. Adult, $2. I don't know if I can handle that. 18 to 54. So after 54, I guess I'm not allowed to come in here anymore. Youth is $1, senior, 55 plus, $1.
Mark, you got $2 anymore?
Yeah. Quick disclaimer while Joe is doing his intro over there. You are not allowed to film here for commercial use. And since I am not a commercial filmmaker, this is my disclaimer. I'm not even going to monetize this video. This is purely for fun and for your guys' enjoyment. So no money to be made here. Just going to go cruise this awesome museum and see what they have to offer. It's like a 4x4 wagon. This thing is huge. Those wheels are ginormous, and they're made out of steel. They must have used this in mining. I don't know though, because there's no plaque that gives me any information about it. This museum is gigantic. There is so much to see, and we're literally just getting started. I'm thinking ghost town. Sounds like fun to me. I didn't realize they had so much to look at out here, or I would have come a long time ago. This old weathered train car. They don't have any plaques on these things, so I don't know what they're from. But they are cool to look at. Love trains. This is a little nature trail that's going to take us into the ghost town. What a cool little concept this museum is. Like almost all outdoors. This looks like something out of the Blair Witch Project right here. This little nature trail takes us over to these little wooden structures of some sort. There needs to be plaques so I know what these things are. If you know what I'm looking at in comments, go ahead and leave your comment so I know what the hell I'm looking at here. That's cool. I'm turning around to head back down the trail. I guess it does continue over here. I thought it was a dead end on the nature trail, but Joe found a bunch of other stuff to look at. So we're going on a hike. Eat your Wheaties. You're gonna walk when you come here. That looks like those old snake oil salesmen would sell like remedies. That looks like one of their wagons. Joe's taking us on like the super hike. There's nothing out here. It's like, look at him go. He's a man on a mission. I don't know, Joe. I think the bridge is out. We might not be able to go any further. Let's go to the museum today, Mark. It'll be fun. No, now I gotta be Bear Grylls and walk to the museum from the tundra. Are there any mountain lions out here? And in the distance, a ray of hope. Civilization is upon us. Look at this tractor. Is that cool or what? Look at the back wheel. Before they had rubber, I guess. The paddles are bolted onto the drum for a back wheel. This is either for mining or harvesting crops. It has a conveyor belt built on it, and it looks like kind of like a combine, how it brings it up off the ground, dumps it in a hopper. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Very cool. Check out the conveyor belt. It's wood slats on a chain that's driven by these gears over here. How cool is that? History right there. It's funny, as I'm walking and filming my own video, I hear Joe back there talking smack. So make sure you watch his video. I'm sure there's all kinds of funny things made at my expense. It looks like we've made it to the ghost town, which was what I was most excited to look at today. So this is the 1900 blacksmith shop. I don't know if you can see anything in here. I'm trying to pan around with the camera, try to get you some views. Oh, there's some stuff in there you can see. Very cool. Rosie found the store. Don't girlfriends always find the store? The general store. Everything has bars on it, but put the camera in here and let it focus. You guys can see what's going on in here. Bunch of equipment. There's an old saddle right there. There's some sort of machine over there against the wall. I don't know what it is. And old mining equipment, pots and pans. I see some kettles. There's a big sickle on the wall. An old wheelbarrow down there. Probably blurry through the net, but that's what I can see. The Tuscarora Jail, circa 1880. They even have a pot on it. Who's ready for dinner? There are 2 jail cells in here. People scribbling their name all over the wood. No bars. There are bars outside though. Let's go inside one of the jail cells. Oh, floor is a little weak. You see outside? Can we see? Not really. It is very, very tiny in here, guys. Very, very small in these cells. I feel like if these were really jail cells, I could just kick the wood off the walls and walk out. Let's go outside now. Oh look, there's a Joe over there getting his shot for his masterpiece. Now, how would you like to be stuck in a cast iron jail cell out in the middle of the Las Vegas sunlight? Or the Nevada sunlight back then. Doesn't sound like a lot of fun, does it? Joe's over there lying about me again, I can hear him. Neat little mock-up graveyard if you can associate it with that word and not creepy. Now there's a graveyard in California, an old ghost town graveyard in California that my mom took us to when we were kids. I want to say it was in Calico. And my sister, you know, we were just kids, keep this in mind. My sister found a hole like this and jumped down in it and held up a femur. My mom yelled at her. She goes, "Look, Mom, look what I found." She goes, "Put that back." Because, you know, back then they buried them shallow. And with the rains and everything flooding them out. But that's kind of what this is depicting right here. There's the hole. There's the casket. This is one of these videos that I'm not 100% prepared for because we're not even a quarter through the museum and my first battery's already almost half dead. The toll cabin. I really would like to know if they recreated these. If they did a remarkable job because they look genuine. Yeah, there's a ton to see just in the ghost town part of the museum exhibit. But I think I'm gonna move on to the next exhibit, or if I see something really cool, I will film it. So I have enough battery to finish this video. See, there's numbers on everything. Actually, I think we're in the mining camp now. Yeah, I believe we have left the ghost town and are in the mining camp now. Because we see chutes and hoppers and whatever this is right here. I have no clue. Lots of wheelbarrows. Just lots of mining equipment back here. Some sort of compressor. for maybe the stamp mill or the main chute that comes up, or the elevator that goes down the chutes. I have no clue. And I watch a lot of mining channels too. Look at this, or it's kind of like an ore cart, but it's more like a, I don't know, like a rolling bucket, because ore carts don't look like this. I don't know what that is. If you know what it is, let me know. It's number 16. He just can't help himself. He's been back there talking smack his whole video. Welcome to the Finger Destroyer. Can you imagine? Oof. Look at those gears. And I have no clue what this machine is. I really wish I had a guide that told me what I was looking at. Rosie found it. She found the guide. There is in the mailbox, but it's laminated, so I guess you look at it and you put it back for other people to enjoy. But number 13 I asked for earlier was stationary engines supplied the power for mining equipment. So I was right. Number 1's a drill bit sharpener. I need a drill bit sharpener. Another generator. I think I called it a compressor earlier, but they're generators. So this is actually from the Red Cloud mine in Good Springs, Nevada. 1924. Mac chain drive crane. I bet it still works. Well, the engine's probably hasn't been worked on forever, but you could make it work again. Look at it as a crank. Can you imagine cranking this bastard up? No way. Oh my God, it turned. Almost fell on my head. 1934 Chevy. I don't know what this one is. 1927. 1927 Chevrolet AA Capital 1-ton stake body truck. Now this thing here, this has completely squish you into nothing written all over it. Look at the ridges or the ribs on these steel or cast iron tracks that are on this thing. Wow, that had to be a pain in the ass to put those on there. This is 1917 Holt Caterpillar tractor. And they're gonna let me walk up these rickety stairs to look at it. I'm gonna. Well, not get on it, but I'm gonna get over to it. What's funny is it doesn't say that I can't get on it. Yeah, it doesn't say that I cannot get on it. Look at the motor. Wow. This is some super heavy duty built machinery for 1917. Holy cow. Joe just had to pick me up off the ground because I totally ate shit just now with camera in hand, just trying to film this sign right here that I almost pulled out of the ground when I was falling. I'm yelling for Rosie. She's nowhere in sight. I'm laying on the ground on the rocks. Joe almost pulled his back out, picking my fat ass up. That was crazy. Luckily, I did not get injured that bad when I fell on my head just now. Would have been a funny clip if Joe got it, but he missed it.
Alan and Helen Islinger?
Yeah, Alan Eslinger and Helen Eslinger. Horse enthusiast, it says up here.
Look at how easy it was to get a homestead back then.
Where? Oh. Homesteading Las Vegas. Alan and Helene Eslinger homesteaded 5 acres of land in western part of Las Vegas Valley, now the corner of Charleston and Lindell. In the early 1950s, they paid $10. Holy cow.
$10 for a homestead?
And the application file and then $375 filing fee for 5 acres. I wish we could still do that now, that cheap. They have a little exhibit in here, some old motorcycles, an old wagon, 2-seater, bench seats. That's for a comfortable road trip right there, because this one has leaf springs. Right over there behind the back wheel. Got some saddles. Some old milk crates. Small milk jugs. Sears motor buggy, $395. Look at that. Wouldn't that be cool just to play around with today? That'd be fun just to screw around with. That's totally awesome. I keep seeing shadows walk by the doors outside. See another train car over there just over Joe. And then we have this building over here that's closed. It says entry, maybe it's on the other side. Another train, and then look, we have a whole neighborhood of homes to look at over there. We haven't even walked into yet. I love about these exhibits that train doors are open. More stairs of death. The seats in here actually aren't too uncomfortable. They got a train noise behind me coming out of the speaker. Woo-hoo! Dinner was full. This one's actually installed. When we went to Ryan Henge, that toilet was laying on its side. Wash your hands, you filthy animal. I believe this is the entrance to the train station.
And there they are, folks. The bane of my existence.
Oh yeah. Too funny. I bet this was the Louis Vuitton of its time right here. This HW, whoever that is, and all these trunks. There's a scale right there, but I think this is the one I should stand on. No, I'm not gonna stand on this old ass scale and start crying while I'm here on a video. So this is where you sent your telegrams, Western Union. And the typewriter is phantomly typing on its own. We have a ghost. Train conductor, brakeman, and conductor's outfit, uniform. And for the rich people, they got to go to the fancy dinner in the dining car. They've literally set up a neighborhood in this exhibit. But these two houses right here, I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Insidious. But this looks like house number, one of the houses, actually the green one over here, that looks like one of the houses that they lived in Insidious. This is a town site house, Henderson, 1941. Wonder if we can go in. This town site house is one of the 1,000 built by the US government as housing for employees of Basic Magnesium Incorporated, Henderson, 1941. Dedicated to the people of Clark County by the Clark County Commission, or the Clark County Museum Guild. Oh wow, you can come in and explore the homes. How cool is that? Wasn't born in a barn, close the door. We got some old radio tunes going on. Look at the living room. What's funny is, we had couches that had this kind of upholstery when I was growing up. Mom was old school. And then, every one of these exhibits has lots of information about what you're looking at, who built it, what year it is. You're just gonna have to do a lot of reading when you come in to do it. Or come in to look at them. She has Quaker Oats, Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, Lipton, 48 bags, Tootsie Rolls. Eggs in a can? Has anybody ever heard of eggs in a can? What were you people living in back then? Holy cow, I've never heard of eggs in a can. Pretty cool. We got a better view of the kitchen right here. Look at the old mixer from 1941. Wow, that's so cool. I didn't even know they had them kind of appliances back then. Shit, we left the butter out, it's gonna go rancid. how small the ovens were. Couldn't fit today's size turkey in that damn thing. You had to break the bones and make it a pile of mush to make it fit in there. We had almost the exact same style table when we were growing up. Those kinds of chairs, the cherry wood top table, round like that. These old, I mean, I wasn't born in 1941. I didn't live back then either, but I see stuff like that and it brings back memories because we had those plates too, like that for special occasions. And then Mom would break out the fine china at Christmas time and all that crap and blah, blah, blah. Here's a bedroom from 1941. Again, we had these goofy lamps in our house. That's on the desk over there, or makeup table, vanity, whatever it is. Oh, there's a crib in there too. 1941. In the kids' room. Looked like we had two boys in this family. They got cowboy hats and the wooden horse. So cool. Be sure and drink your Ovaltine. Kohler cast iron tub weighs 700 pounds. I love looking at old history like this. Don't know that I have subscribers that lived this era. If you do, tell us some stories. Tell us some stories, that'd be awesome. I'm not gonna do every single house out here because you guys need to come out and experience this for yourself. It was only $2 for adults to get in here. But I am gonna explore the ones that I think are interesting and fun. Like the motor court cabin over here. Looks like it's just big enough for 2 people. All right, let's check it out. Oh yeah, it's tiny, tiny in here. Got a little basin over there to wash your hands and face, and a blow dryer. They had blow dryers back then? Well, 1941, I guess they would, yeah. They would. You guys weren't totally cavemen back then. It's basically just a bedroom. It's got a wardrobe and a queen size bed over here. End table with a lamp, dresser. They were motor coach motels or hotels. So for the weary traveler, you'd stop, get yourself a room, sleep for the night, get back on the road. This kind of piqued my attention here. This old trailer home, mobile home, travel trailer. You could only walk in the door right here and look around from inside this little square area. But check it out, you had your couch area right there. And then my man's over here reading his magazine, having his, looks like a TV dinner he has right there. See if I can get my shadow to block some of that. And then these things had full kitchens. Look, it even had a TV. Is that funny or what? Other side of the TV, you had a kitchen sink. You had a stove over there, and then in the back, if I can get it to zoom in back there, there are 2 bedrooms or 2 beds in the bedroom in the back there. And there's even an ice box or refrigerator right here. Super cool. I can't see the bathroom. I know there is one. I just don't know. I can't see it from where I am. The old TV is what cracks me up. Even back then, had to have television in our trailers. But back then we didn't have satellite and we didn't have cable. So these guys had rabbit ears on the top of their trailers, hoping they could get a television station to watch. This barbecue right here looks super familiar. My mom has a barbecue just like this that was built for her by friends of hers that worked on the Alaskan pipeline. And this is kind of what they did with hers. It's a piece of the pipe. But the whole top of hers opens up, not just the front part right here. The whole top of hers comes up, but it looks like that inside it's got the grate. Almost the exact same thing. It doesn't have a chimney though. No, I know it does have a chimney. It does have a chimney on it. It's old, I grew up with it. My brother has it now. Now, I'm not gonna go into all the houses, but we are gonna check out the print shop. This newspaper is 100 years old, guys. Las Vegas, Clark County, Nevada, Saturday, January 5th, 1924. Number 1. Swing Johnson Bill, harmful to Boulder. See, politicians causing issues even back then. Look at these old printing machines. It almost looks like this old printer was computerized. I mean, if you look at it, it really does. And there's no way, because it's Intertype linotype style typesetter, developed by German immigrant Ottmar, can't read his last name, in the late 19th century. The linotype process dominated the printing industry until the 1960s. Wow. That's the house I said looks like, well, it kind of looks like the house from Insidious. And I said I wasn't going to go in all the houses, but I really, really want to see what that one looks like inside, if I can go inside it. I love the car that's in the driveway. I don't know. Oh, there's a mail slot in the column. Rosie just broke it.
I did not. Perfectly fine.
Break it, you buy it. This one has a doorbell. Oh, maybe not. Missed mail slots. Come through the rock column into your lanai area, I guess you'd call it. Oh yeah, they're totally entertaining in the living room. They're having a couple cocktails. Somebody's smoking. Nobody's smoking. Yeah, she is. She does. She has a cigarette in her hand. I guess that was the cool thing to do back then. Make your house smell like an ashtray.
Records playing on the record player.
Oh, look at Walter Cronkite on the old black and white TV right there. On the way to the moon. Looks like the table's being set for dinner. I see one of those weird pineapple upside down cake type of things right there. Those are actually pretty good. I don't know what the pink stuff is over there. But there's lots of dessert. Actually not, this isn't dinner, this is dessert. Everything on here is dessert. Blender. Look at the size of their oven. These people had money. Because they have a double oven and 4 burners, and the middle's probably a grill with a cover right there. I think the refrigerator replacement's kind of wacko that close to the stove, but you know, it is what it is. And then we have the, if I can get the camera to agree with me, kitchen sink. Have a little living room setup right here, but you can't sit in any of the chairs. This is the only part of the house that's not behind glass. We had a grandfather clock, but not like that. Ours was gigantic and made a whole bunch of noise all hours of the day. Grab your hat and get out. They look so big on the outside when you go in, they're not quite so big, but these are probably mock-ups anyway, so. Still cool to see it. Still cool to see how people lived in the 40s. How my mom lived. I don't know anybody else. I'm afraid to look in here. I think this is the last building that we walk over here in the neighborhood area of, hold on a second. This is the last area of the, I don't know, something on here. That's it for the outdoor portion, except there's a really big engine over there we're gonna look at when we walk by. But then we have some indoor exhibits to look at. But it's been a pretty fun little adventure, other than me falling on my face earlier. I know the camera's not going to do this justice. You have to see the size of this engine. I did not realize that they were this big. This thing is massive. I've been up close to a lot of trains, a lot of old trains, but I've never seen one where the compartment right there where the engineer sits is freaking huge. I didn't know they were that big. Look at the wheels. That's just nuts. This thing is massive. Wicked piece of machinery right here. What's even more amazing to me is that it's a steam engine. Of course, I don't know anything about trains. I don't know what they were burning to boil the water to make it into steam. Coal or wood, I don't know. I just know that this thing is freaking massive. This is higher technology of the age, and somebody had to think of it and then engineer it and build it. It just blows my mind. When we were growing up in the 80s during the Cold War, I don't know what other states did this too, but every Saturday, Sunday at 11 or 12 o'clock, this air raid siren would go off as a test. So, and it ran for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes. It was super loud. All the elementary schools had these things on them. And there was an elementary school just blocks from my house growing up. So every weekend, I heard this loud air raid siren, circa 1957. That might be when they originally built them, but these things were going off in the 80s still. And that was super cool. I thought there was a button on it to make a noise, but there isn't, because I totally would have liked to scare the shit out of Joe with it. That's it for the outside exhibits. We're going to walk inside and see what they got in there. But I've had a lot of fun so far. It's really, other than, like I said, you know, I've had a lot of fun. I don't know where Joe's going. He's wandering off to look at a bunch of benches. Wow, this mirror is really, really clean. I don't see any smudges at all. Joe's like running through the indoor exhibit. But yeah, the indoor exhibit's gonna be a lot of reading, guys. A lot of Indian artifacts over here. Super, super cool stuff to look at. The pots, the baskets. Yeah, it's more of the air-conditioned side of the exhibit, which I'm kind of digging right now. This is a stamp mill ore crusher mode right here. A model of what a stamp mill looks like in a mine. That's cool. And what Las Vegas is known for, gaming. Love to have that old roulette table. Roulette wheel from an early Las Vegas casino about 1935. Look at the craps table. Some really old gaming equipment right there. Automatic 21. I've never even seen that before. They never have these clothes in my size, guys. That's pretty much it for the indoor section, guys. You'll have to come take a look for yourselves. It's actually a really cool museum setup they have now, and I didn't even know they had done this over here. So what'd you think, Joe?
Better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was going to be like a little building with some exhibits, and we're out of here. But no, it was awesome walking the different areas, the mining areas, the little train yard, the little neighborhood.
Yeah.
All very cool.
It was a lot of fun. Joe is experiencing what it's like to be a live streamer on Fremont Street on Friday night.
I lost my voice, guys. Yeah, I don't know how Mark does it every week. But
There's been months where I didn't have my voice, man. That was a lot of fun, bro.
it was awesome.
Yeah. Rosie just pointed out to me that we did not do the Mojave Desert Garden, so now we have more walking.
Walking is good for you.
This one's 2 miles.
This is a 2-mile one. How do I get roped into these things? Did you know this was here for 55 years?
I did not.
I feel ashamed for being a Las Vegas native and not knowing this was out here. I also feel ashamed for not wanting to make this walk and waiting over here while you guys do it. They can go that way. I'm going to go over here and wait for them. Hey, look. There's pull equipment in the Desert Mojave Walk. There's a pond over here with a bunch of mosquitoes. I don't see mosquitoes.
Sure. Where there's water, there's
Oh yeah, well there's water, there's mosquitoes. Anyway, they have a green little pond going on over here with, you know, waste from NV Energy going in. I'm just kidding. I don't know what they're doing. It's hexavalent chromium. We need Aaron Brockovich over here now. We need Aaron Brockovich right now. I mean Brockovich. Oh, I'm sitting down. That was actually a lot of fun. I love exploring. I love looking at history like that. If you guys are visiting Vegas and you have a few hours to kill, about 45 minutes away from the Strip is the Clark County Museum on Boulder Highway. I will put the address in the description. It's only $2 for adults. If you're over 55, it's only $1. I mean, that's a couple years away for me, so I'm happy with the $2. And they have other discounts and stuff like that you can look at. It's a fun place to visit, guys. I had a blast hanging out with Joe and Rosie and walking through. Now I'm going to go home and ice my knee and spit up blood. Everybody have a great day. See you on the next one.